Just a gorgeous animal. I think this is one of the most beautiful animals in the Adirondack Mountains.
Charlie was a legend in his own time. Belonged to a number of organizations, always charitable. Everybody loved him, and he loved everybody.
When you see the really old photographs of folks curing, they're just in regular chairs and they're sort of tilted back and they've got some sort of ottoman or they're using another chair facing them. And I guess when people thought, it's a business, they started making the recliner chairs. So they'd be out on porches, 10 and 12 people on a freezing cold porch.
The problem with nearly all forms of exercise can be summed up in a single word: monotony.
Anybody having trouble staying slim? This is the way to trim your figure.
Sometimes we wish we could speed things up, but then if we could, we'd be cheating ourselves out of a great workout.
What a joy.
Stella Martin and Mrs. Dunning got in the rowboat and they were coming across Round Lake, and I bet it was an east wind and very rough that particular day, and the water was splashing in, and Mrs. Dunning said to Estella, "It's worth it if I can just have a meal of Mrs. Bartlett's brown bread."
Bloomingdale's like the best place I have ever lived.
I love my birds. I have my bird feeder, and I have just about every kind you can imagine coming day in and day out.
Growing up seeing the old TV shows, I compare it to Andy of Mayberry. It just is visually one of those kinds of communities. The town hall, it just has that hometown feel to it.
At 2 points, the trail has no place to go. Curious structures known locally as hitch-up Matildas cantilever the path out over the lake. Legend has it that a guide once carried a young woman named Matilda through the water here. She had to hitch up her long dress to keep it from getting wet.
Right now we're putting stitches into a quilt, very slowly.
If you can push a needle in and out of fabric and you're not too concerned with the length of your stitch, then you can call yourself a quilter.
I don't push. I just paint because I like to paint. And I think if I painted for the dollar, it would show in the painting.
The personable and aptly named Bob Bell, the Bell's fast-moving head waiter, has been serving and entertaining his neighbors for 32 years. He's as familiar to and as beloved by regulars as the red sauce, the pasta dishes, the cold beer, and the pine-paneled walls.
I love coming to work every day. You may or may not know, I used to be a scientist. I worked at the Trudeau Institute. I liked it. Now I love my job. Other people go to work and they work for 50 hours a week. I come and play for 80 hours a week.
If the doors are open, you're welcome to come in. Otherwise, I'll signal you to please wait a minute until I'm ready for you. But otherwise, if the doors are open, you can just proceed on in. Usually like you to get to one side or the other and grab one of the mooring lines that are there and hold on. Shut your engine off. We like it if you do that.
I saw this big paddle-shaped foot. It was webbed, and I swam to the shore as fast as I could and tried to get out of the water as fast as I could. It really, really scared me.
What was that? Where did a flashlight?
I wouldn't mess with one. I mean, I certainly wouldn't leave any valuable wooden furniture outside where they could get to them.
All right, yeah, well, beautiful little brown bullhead Chris has caught here.
A little bit small, eh? Yeah, a little on the small side.
The Adirondack General Store has been here since 1855. Not always called the Adirondack General Store, but the building has been some type of a store for the community since then.
A lot of times we find that people are just meandering and, on a Sunday or a Saturday afternoon. And so it's nice to find a little gem at the end of your journey.
One of the grandest sights along the first part of the trail is a stream that sends up a pleasant noise as it caroms off of mossy boulders of luminous green.